Hi there, I'm Atena from Learning English with Atena. Welcome back to another exciting video. Today I have something special for you. We're going to explore my last category of classroom words, feedback phrases. These phrases are essential for teachers to provide students with valuable feedback, whether it's positive or constructive. They also serve as a means to encourage and motivate students along their learning journey. So without further ado, let's dive right in and discover these powerful phrases together. On a math test, you might see the teacher write or say this. Show your work. What does this mean? This means that you can't just write the answer. You need to show how you got to that answer. You need to write out all of the process that you used to get to that answer. Show your work. This also helps the teacher know that you're not cheating. You are not just looking at Atena's paper. But when you show your work, it tells the teacher that you know how to do that problem. A similar phrase that you might see on a test or you might hear the teacher say is, explain your answer. This works for math, but it also works for other subjects as well. If you got something wrong and the teacher doesn't want to just say, no, that's wrong, the teacher will probably say, almost, try again. Because sometimes they're close or it's not exactly correct, but it's not a serious thing. So I'm not going to say, no, that's wrong. Instead, you can just say, almost. Try again. A similar expression is, you are on the right track. A teacher will say this to a student who isn't exactly giving the perfect answer, but it's close to the correct answer. And they want to encourage the student to keep exploring that idea further. You're on the right track. Keep going. A kind teacher might also say, keep practicing. You almost got it. You almost got it. If you take out the word almost, it means you have the correct answer. You got it. But oftentimes, students don't have the correct answer the first time. So, a teacher might say this. Keep practicing, keep trying, you almost got it, you are so close. So to take that expression and use it in the positive way, a teacher might say, you got it, keep going, you got it, you are doing great, you have the correct answer, keep working. If the teacher wants to give a little hint or some feedback about a future test to students, the teacher might say, here are some things that you will want to focus on before the next test. They might even say, wink wink, or nudge nudge, or just to let you know, here are some things that you might want to focus on before the next test. They're not saying these things will be on the test. They're kind of using a more indirect expression. These are the things that you might want to focus on. The next question could be used by students or teachers. It's what about? Here we're using it to suggest something. So a student might use this in response to a teacher. Let's say that teacher, Miss Atena, asks the class, class, do you know why there are waves in the ocean? The teacher asks, why are there waves in the ocean? Well, the students might not be extremely certain certain of their answers. So they could use this great question. What about winds? What about the moon? What about here? They're suggesting an answer. Even though they don't know the exact correct answer, they don't feel certain of it. They can use this question. And a teacher can also use this question by giving suggestions to students. So let's say students are answering the question, why are there waves in the ocean? And they threw out some ideas. And the teacher wants to also throw out some ideas to see what the students think about it. They might say, what about waves? What about sharks? Maybe they're making the waves due to their big size. I'm not sure. But here, this is the teacher giving suggestions, or the students giving suggestions. Do you know what the correct answer is? Why are there waves? Well, the answer is wind. Very cool. You should look it up. There is some very interesting videos about why there are waves. The next phrase a teacher might say to give encouragement to students is, I can tell you've been working hard on this. I can tell you've been working hard on this. This doesn't mean it's perfect or this is the best in the entire class. It just means for you. I know that you put a lot of effort into this, and that is what I want. I want you to put a lot of effort into it because that is the only way you're going to improve. I can tell you, put a lot of hard work into this. Or I can tell you've been working hard on this. And our final phrase that you'll hear in the classroom is one that we all want to hear. You pass with flying colors. This is a beautiful idiom. That means you got a 100%. You had perfect answers for every single one. You passed with flying colors. Congratulations. And guess what? You passed this lesson with flying colors. Hooray! I hope that this lesson helps you to go into the classroom with confidence. You can speak with your teacher, or if you are a teacher, you can speak with your students. Or if you are a parent, you can speak with your student, your child, and the teacher with confidence. Well, thank you so much for learning English with me. And that is a wrap for today's video. I hope you found these feedback phrases valuable and insightful. See more relevant links of classroom phrases from previous lessons in the description below. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment with your thoughts, and share it with your Flow language learners. Stay tuned for more exciting content coming your way. Bye for now.